Collectible albums are one of the stickiest gameplay mechanics around. These are season-based events where players assemble sets of collectibles to unlock high-value rewards. Gossip Harbor, one of the highest-grossing titles in the merge genre, builds entire seasons around them. Look at a system like this as a developer, and one question comes to mind. How much effort will it take to build this? We're going to reverse engineer how games like Gossip Harbor approach collectible albums and then show you how it's done with Hiro. So, how does this mechanic work in Gossip Harbor? Players start with an empty album composed of multiple sets. To fill it, they collect cards, which drop from packs, that show up as high value rewards throughout the event. Open a pack, and you get a few cards. And if you acquire a duplicate collectible, it converts into stars, a currency that you can spend later to buy special packs to target cards that you're missing. Complete a set, and you get a big reward. But finish the entire album, and you'll get something even better. Plus, it unlocks a prestige version, resetting your progress so you can run the whole thing again. If you're a developer looking at all of this, one question probably comes to mind. How much of this would I actually have to build myself? Because the system has lots of moving parts. Item catalogs, drop tables, currencies, a store, progression tracking. Building this infrastructure from scratch is a significant undertaking. To answer that, let's break down what this mechanic actually needs under the hood. First, an inventory system, one that holds a catalogue of every possible card and tracks which ones the player has collected. Second, weighted rewards, the logic that controls which cards drop from a pack and how often. Third, duplicate handling. When a player pulls a card they already own, the system catches it and converts it into currency instead. And fourth, set and album progression, tracking how complete each set is and triggering rewards when a player finishes one. Each of these maps directly to a system in Hiro. Let's go through them one by one. Let's focus on the four most important parts of the mechanic. When a player joins the event, they see their album, empty slots waiting to be filled. So the first thing we need is somewhere to store those cards. That's the inventory system. It holds two things: a catalogue of every card and card pack in the game, and a per-player record of what they've collected. You define all of this from a configuration file on the server. For the cards, the item set field lets you tag each card, things like collectible card, Halloween event, or 5-star rarity. Those tags determine which card pools each pack can draw from. For the card packs, you set consumable to true, so the pack is removed from the inventory when the player opens it. You can also attach conditions to that, an energy cost, a currency requirement, whatever fits your design. And the weighted rewards configuration on each pack is where you define the possible drops and their odds. One thing worth calling out, because packs are just inventory items, you can hand them out anywhere in your game, as quest rewards, in a premium bundle, or even as gifts between players. You define them once and can reuse them everywhere. When a player opens a pack, two questions come up for any developer. How do you prevent duplicate rewards from showing up in the same pack? And what happens when a player earns a card they already own? Well, out of the box, Hiro has a simple way to prevent duplicates. Just set max repeat rolls to 1 and the system will stop those dupes from showing up. The second problem is handled by hooks. Hiro lets you attach custom logic via hooks to built-in events. In this case, on consume reward. When a card is awarded, your hook checks the player's inventory. If they already have that card, it automatically swaps it out for stars instead. That's the pattern Hiro's built around. Sensible defaults out of the box, with hooks wherever you need to go further. Tracking album progress maps cleanly to the achievement system. You define the full album as a parent achievement, with each individual set as a sub-achievement beneath it, meaning that when they're all completed, the parent is completed and ready for a reward. From there, Hiro handles the rest. Progress tracking, persistent state, and reward distribution as each set is completed. You get Gossip Harbor's full progression structure without building any of the tracking logic yourself. This demonstrates the flexibility that Hiro provides. Each system is fully configurable without redeploying, easily customizable via hooks, and adaptable to your specific design needs. So, back to the question we started with. All of that infrastructure, the catalog, drop tables, currency, store, progression, and the prestige loop, that's Hiro's job. Here's the short version. Inventory holds the cards, economy handles the currency, achievements track the goals, and rewards bring it all together. That's the collectible album mechanic. There are two places to go from here. The Inventory Sample project shows item management in working code. The Gacha Mechanics how-to guide covers pack opening, rarity filtering, duplicate handling, and a full pity system. Both are real, readable code. Links are in the description, along with the docs for each system. Think of this video as the mental model, and the sampler projects are where you get your hands dirty. Now, once this is live, you've got a new set of questions. How do you schedule the event? How do you tune drop rates without a code push? How do you re-engage the player who's one card away from completing their set? That's what the next video is about. We'll show you how Satori handles all of it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.